Hi children, welcome to Buddhism. Primary 3, first midterm, lesson number 2, topic Prince Siddhartha's education. Reference: The Buddhist Way of Life, written by Vinita Jinasena, based on government curriculum. Okay children, let's see the content of this presentation. Learning outcomes, background of Prince Siddhartha, Prince Siddhartha's education. Under that, I'm going to talk about Prince Siddhartha's teacher, subjects that he learned, games that he learned, and qualities of Prince Siddhartha. Then, summary and questions. Learning outcomes. End of this lesson, students will able to read the lesson and understand it, get to know about Prince Siddhartha's teacher, get to know about subjects that the prince learned, and get to know about Prince Siddhartha's qualities and skills. Background of Prince Siddhartha. Prince Siddhartha's father was King Suddhodana. His mother was Queen Mahamaya. On the 7th day after the birth of Prince Siddhartha, Queen Mahamaya died. The prince was brought up under the loving care of his mother's sister, Prajapati Gautami. She was the younger sister of Queen Mahamaya, and she had given birth to a son on the same day that Queen Mahamaya died. Prajapati Gautami gave her son to a nurse and brought up Prince Siddhartha, whom she loved very much, as her own son. Prince Siddhartha couldn't remember his own mother. He grew up as a very happy child. Okay kids, now I'm going to talk about our main topic, Prince Siddhartha's education. King Suddhodana wanted to teach all the things necessary for being a warrior king to Prince Siddhartha. So, Prince Siddhartha was about 8 years old when the king decided to get a teacher to teach Prince Siddhartha. King Suddhodana sent the prince for his education to Sarvamitra. The teacher Sarvamitra, also known as Vishwamitra. The teacher Sarvamitra was skilled in science of Vedas and military arts. Science of Vedas means ancient sacred writings. Sacred writings means writings about gods of Hinduism. Military arts means skills that needed for a soldier. He had skills for archery, riding horses, boxing, sword fighting and wrestling, and many more. He taught all the things that he knew to Prince Siddhartha. Prince Siddhartha learned subjects, games and good manners under the teacher Sarvamitra. Let's see what are the subjects that Prince Siddhartha learned. Reading, writing, history, mathematics, geography and science. Games that Prince Siddhartha learned. He learned archery. Archery means the skill of shooting arrows. You can see in this picture how he practiced archery. Then he learned art of riding horses and controlling them. You can see in this picture how he practiced riding horses. You all know horse is a dangerous animal. Anyone can't control or friendly with them easily. But the prince could learn to ride horses and control them easily. He also learned sword fighting. Then he learned boxing and wrestling also. Let's see qualities and skills of Prince Siddhartha. Prince Siddhartha learned good manners. He respected his teacher. He never hurt the feelings of the teacher. He was an obedient student. He was popular and loved by all. He was never lazy. He was kind to animals and never hurt them. After completing teaching the prince, teacher informed about Prince Siddhartha to King Suddhodana. Teacher told that he taught the prince everything that he knew, and the prince learned them all. So the prince was intelligent. He was a very bright student. He learned everything at once that was taught by him. He was also ahead of others in learning and games, and he was skillful in all activities. He had skills for archery, riding horses, sword fighting, boxing, wrestling, and many more. After hearing about Prince Siddhartha's intelligence and skills, King Suddhodana was happy and presented Prince Siddhartha a white horse named Kantaka. Prince learned to jump across wide rivers and race fast like the wind. Summary of the lesson. Prince Siddhartha started to learn when he was about 8 years old. His teacher was Sarvamitra. He also known as Viswamitra. He was skillful in military arts and science of Vedas. The prince learned subjects like reading, history, writing, mathematics, geography and science. He learned games like wrestling, boxing, archery, riding horses and sword fighting. After completing teaching the prince, the teacher informed about Prince Siddhartha to King Suddhodana. The teacher told that Prince Siddhartha was intelligent and skillful in all activities. So, King Suddhodana was happy and presented Prince Siddhartha a white horse named Kantaka. As students, what can you learn from this lesson? You also can learn well. You should learn not only subjects you have for the syllabus. You should be skillful in all areas. So, you should learn games and good manners also. You should respect your teachers. You should be kind to animals and never hurt them. And never hurt the feelings of your teacher. And learn everything that is taught by your teacher. You should do your work without being lazy. Then you also can be a skillful and intelligent student as Prince Siddhartha. Difficult words and their meanings. Entrusted. Make someone responsible for someone or something. Illustrious. Famous or respectable. Warrior. A brave or experienced fighter. Horsemanship. Skill at riding horses. Archery. The skill of shooting arrows. Tame. Control something dangerous. Leap. Make a large jump. Okay kids, now I think you have a knowledge about Prince Siddhartha's education. Here we come across some of the questions. Now you can take your textbook and writing book near to you and write down answers for the following questions. Let's see the first one. What is the name of Prince Siddhartha's teacher? Second one. What did the prince learn? Third one. At what age the prince started to learn? Fourth one. What is the name of the horse that King Suddhodana presented to the prince? Fifth one. Why did King Suddhodana presented a horse to Prince Siddhartha? Last one. Write down 2 skills of Prince Siddhartha. Thank you very much for listening. Have a nice day.